As we load out this morning in preparation for our bicycle adventure, I'm going to pull this water bottle out that came with the bicycle, and I'm going to replace it with an energy drink. Now this energy drink, it's just water in there. It's just water, and we're going to see what Kelly's reaction is to that when she sees that big energy drink in there. And that's a huge one. I don't think I could even drink that if it had the real stuff in it. We'll see what happens later. So Kelly, are you excited about trying out your new bicycle that Ken got you?
Yeah, it'll be nice to go on a long bike ride.
Yeah, we're heading up towards Mammoth Lakes, everybody, and she's going to try out her new mountain bike that Ken from up by the Mount Rose Highway gave her. He's one of our subscribers. That was very nice of him. It's a real nice bike, so we should have a good time with it. So here's her fancy new bicycle, and it's got a water bottle holder on it, and it's got lots and lots of gears. Kelly, I actually like your bicycle better because it has the older style brakes, which for me are a lot easier to maintain than these new disc brakes.
Right.
I think they actually work better. I mean, a lot of people could disagree with me on that, but I ride bikes a lot, and I know that those have less trouble unless you get the very, very expensive disc brakes. And if I was going to do that, I'd probably just get a car. These are those new disc brakes I was talking about, everybody. These are fairly good, but you can burn these up really easy on a mountain slope. You get an upgrade, you can get some pretty decent disc brakes, but they're fairly expensive. So I'm just saying, my experience, these are not as dependable as this older style here. These are easy to work on and just have better luck with those. And so I actually do like Kelly's bike better than mine. So it is what it is. It's what you're used to. Hers has got a steel frame. I prefer the steel frame over this graphite frame. The graphite frame is real light, but it's basically glass, you know. It's like, I don't know, it's like with the sailboats, I'd rather have a canvas sail than these new high-tech graphite material sails. It's the same kind of thing, and the steel frames are heavier, but I think they flex a little bit better and they ride more comfortable. But even though they're heavy, it's a good bike that she's got. So I actually burned these disc brakes up in one afternoon. There's a grade outside of Hawthorne that's 8 miles, and if you ride your brakes, it just completely will burn that up. So I've not had really good luck with those new types of brakes. So does your new bicycle feel like it fits you all right?
Yeah, it does. It feels comfortable.
We've got the seat all the way down for her, but it is a men's frame, but she fits it just fine. And so we're enjoying it.
Thank you, Ken, for the bicycle. It's just what I needed.
Well, that was a fun ride, Kelly. I think I'm gonna have myself another energy drink. I got the big one right here.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is, I don't even know if I can drink this all. What do you think?
I don't know. I've been locked up with you when you drank one of these before.
You think I should drink it?
No.
You know, we know what's in there. Water.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, you can drink that. There was a cyclist that just came by and she was warning everybody about a bear she saw just down the road.
And there's a lady walking the other direction right now. It's heading right towards where that bear is on the bike path.
Actually, there's a couple of them.
There's the lakeshore. It's got a stark beauty to it. With these dead trees, they have a lot of character. This is the Upper Falls. professional climbing guide with him, is coming down right now. He's just 13, look at that. Isn't that cool?
He's big on shenanigans. There we go.
Douglas decided that he was going to have an energy drink this morning because he said he didn't sleep too well last night. So here we go.
Normally these mountains are very scenic, but mixed in with the clouds today is a lot of smoke from the fires. We have one that's burning up north of us and one that's burning south of us, and it's blowing in today. And then these clouds are from the monsoon rains that are coming up from the south. We might get hit by some rain today also. How do you like your new bicycle?
I like it.
It's a little bit dark today because we're getting that smoke, and we're probably going to get some rain soon. Kelly's got 18 speeds to choose from. The bike route cuts through the campground, and we make a left to continue on our route. Really nice temperatures today. We appreciate the cloud cover. Look at that. It's almost like a cave. The bike path through here is just like a miniature road. It's paved and it has the yellow line in the middle. Those low gears are really coming in handy on these steep little grades. We're huffing and puffing up the grade in low gear. Overlook coming up the other side of that bridge. We're really loving the view from the scenic overlook. Beautiful little cloud cover keeping it cool. Of course, some of that's smoke from some of the fires, but it doesn't seem to be affecting our breathing, so it's not too bad. Kelly's taking a little break right by the scenic vista. It's a good workout, huffing and puffing up this hill. Here we've got some fireweed. It usually comes up after a fire or where the forest has been disturbed, the canopy has been disturbed, and you can see they've cut out a lot of these trees, and so there's more sunlight in here, and it's starting to kind of colonize it at this stage. But that's the fireweed. What we have here is fresh bear scat. I'm not touching it, but that's what it looks like. Maybe it's from that same bear. You can actually get a citation if you leave food out for the bears. We are passing the pack station, Mammoth Lake's pack outfit, horse rides, and pack trips. Looks like the stock is all saddled up and ready to go. There's a mule on the far end to the right. Hey, buddies. He's kind of pretty.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah.
He's like up to my nose.
Sharp little turn. You like those low gears?
Yeah.
There's our first lake. Something interesting is, you know how you see skid marks along the highway where there's been accidents and so forth? Look at all these skid marks coming down this bike path. There's some skid marks where it looked like they went right off the road. Here's one of the smaller lakes. Kind of a gray day today. Here's a close-up of Lake Mary. %8 grade. What do you think of the view up here?
It's beautiful.
The route that we took on the bicycle path started down in that area and went around and hugged the side and went up this hill. That's the waterfall from the other side.
They even have places for you to prop your bike up.
Going around the lake. Really cool about having a traditional bicycle where you're on your own power, you're not restricted, and you can go around the lake. So that's great. We need to exercise anyway, right?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Plus you have this e-bike, you got to carry a fire extinguisher. There she goes. Lots of kids over here by the beach. You can hear some of them. It's a lot of the gases that have killed the trees around here. That's why it looks like that. You got to be careful about some of the toxic gases in some of these areas of the mountains. But that's why the trees won't grow in that one spot right there. We're going to go a little bit slower on this trail because there's quite a few people strolling through in here enjoying their day, and they're not expecting some bikes to go zipping through here really fast. So we have to be mindful of that and just kind of take our time, be respectful of the other people on the trail. No reason to go fast in here anyway. It's a popular spot. I'm surprised there's so many people out, considering it's probably going to rain.
Yeah, that's true. You know that lavender you gave me the
Yeah.
other day?
I was wondering what, I kept smelling something.
That's what it is. I got a little sprig of it in my backpack and I keep
No
smelling
way.
it. Uh-huh.
Here we have some wild sunflowers growing in the ditch in the farm country near Yerington, Nevada. You can see what they look like. They always follow the path of the sun. The flower heads turn with the sun throughout the day. These may look pretty, but these are a noxious weed called field bindweed. Right next to this alfalfa. Here's some irrigation water going into the farm fields. I'm here with Elmer. He's a retired wildlife biologist, and he's over here actually taking care of some of the weeds I just showed everybody. Now he calls them morning glory because of course we have some nice expletives we like to call those, but I think they're officially called field bindweed. And we're in a field here of lavender. And I believe this is the lavender angustifolia, which is the best lavender for the oil, for different things that lavender's used for. But he's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on over here. So we're not too far away from the Wilson Canyon and the Walker River. So tell us, Elmer, what's going on in this farming operation?
Okay, so we've got about a total of about 5 acres of lavender growing right here on this end of the property. The property is actually called Hunter's Place, and it's owned by Allie and Ron Kelly. They purchased the property 3 years ago and elected to go ahead and start growing some lavender here. What they ultimately intend to do with the property is to create a venue for weddings and other ceremonies that people want to do. Lavender seems to be very popular with folks, and so eventually they're going to have this set up so that they can host
Right.
ceremonies
Right.
like that.
Now, do you guys run the roadside lavender stand that's up the road over there towards California 395? Is that yours?
No, that belongs to another grower. I think you're talking about the area over by Topaz Ranch Estates.
Yes.
And yeah, that's another grower over there, and he does sell bundles of lavender primarily on the weekends.
Here's that roadside lavender stand that I was mentioning along the highway, not too far from Topaz Lake, Nevada. This is where Kelly purchased some lavender last year. There's their prices. There's their selection. It's the honor system. Take the lavender and leave the money. So Elmer, tell me what's going on with Nevada growers in the state of Nevada.
Okay, so there are a group of lavender growers in this general region. We've got 4 pretty large growers right here in Yerington now. There's a couple more in the Gardnerville area. And we decided to start what's known as the Great Basin Lavender Association. We've been in existence for probably a year and a half now. The mission of GBLA was to basically develop a coalition of growers and enthusiasts of lavender so that we can exchange ideas on growing lavender, discussing the challenges.
By the way, everybody, we're pretty close. My nose is pretty close to this lavender. It smells delicious. Oh, just wonderful.
Yeah. If you stay in here too long, you're probably going to fall asleep.
Woo!
But anyway, so we've got this, the GBLA formed. We actually had an event in Yerington this last Saturday. We called it Lavender Days, where we had vendors show up. We offered some workshops on how to grow lavender, how to process lavender, and the various products.
That kind of ran concurrent. Wasn't there a country western event going on there?
Yeah.
I believe it or not, I was actually I might be involved in that next year. I'm involved with music. I have a friend of mine in Reno with a recording studio, and he invited me to maybe go that next year. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. If you haven't been to that one, you need to go. But anyway, we decided to have the Lavender Day event concurrent to Night in the Country. And we did gather some people from the NIC event to come to our Lavender Days. It was a very successful event. We'll be doing it again next year. In fact, next year it might be a 2-day event, and we'll offer tours of the different lavender growing operations here in
Excellent. And I'll try to get that information out on my YouTube channel for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that's going on this property is there are a lot of honeybees in the lavender. And Ron and Allie Kelly have some beehives there at the north end of this property.
Oh, I bet that honey is delicious.
Yeah, the lavender honey is pretty special.
I'll have to get some of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
We can see the honeybees working these flowers this morning. Here we see a nearby apiary site, a bee yard of honeybees. Each one of those boxes has approximately 55,000 worker bees that bring back nectar and pollen. So they may be even working that lavender field in the area. Normally they have a range of about, give or take, about 5 miles. Look at all the honeybees. So Elmer is cutting some nice lavender, and these are for Kelly. Thank you, Elmer.
You bet. There you go.
Here's a promotional picture for the Lavender Days event that took place this year, and it's going to happen next year too. He's trying to get some of that field bindweed out between the lavender plants. Here we have hard-working Alvaro, and he's doing a good job doing this field work. There's a lot of hard-working people here in the Yerington farm area. So Elmer Bull is actually running for the school board in Lyon County, Nevada. Look at those, they smell wonderful. Wow, thank you so much.
You bet.
The truck smells wonderful this morning with all this lavender in here for Kelly. This is Joyce's hat and saddle on Dino the dinosaur at the gas station in Yarrington. You can also get lavender in dwarf varieties like this one that fill into the rocks in the garden. Here's some lavender I grew from seed. This took 3 years to get this size. Here's some Russian sage that looks similar to lavender. This is at my neighbor's house. This is at Lee's house. He's a subscriber to the channel, and you can see how tall it is. It looks similar, but has a different leaf on it, but it also attracts a lot of these honeybees also. Here's some English lavender at the garden shop, and you can see over here there's another type, and it's called the Spanish lavender. This is not as winter hardy, but you can see it has a different flower bud, and the smell is not as pleasant. It's kind of smells to me more like paint thinner, but this is a variety that's more suited to, for instance, the hot Central Valley of California. It's not as winter hardy. That's the Spanish lavender. See the difference? Heading over towards the museum, I've got something for Kelly. It's right by the rest stop. Hello, Kelly. I've got something for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you know where that lavender farm is in Lyon County?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Elmer Bull, the fellow who's running for the school district in Lyon County, he was over there working that farm, and he picked that bundle of lavender for you. Wasn't that nice?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Elmer. Yeah, we've been driving by that lavender farm for a while, and it's kind of nice that Doug stopped by and found out something, and then I get a bouquet, too.
It's fun going over these bridges, but we need to keep our speed down. It's a popular spot. The water level's a little bit lower than it was the last time I was up here. We'll be going completely around this small lake. The water level is about 15 feet lower than the last time I was up here. You can see how the lake level is a lot lower. Looks like the rim of a bathtub. There's a spot where the creek comes in. I don't know if my brakes are going to work well enough to go down here. Lots of little creeklets go into the lake.
Gosh, it looks like it could have been a house. You know, there's an old foundation there, and the only thing left is a rock fireplace.
Must have been a cabin here at one time. Get the mantle with a piece of steel. It was well built. It's a nice little lake to stroll around and maybe walk your dog. You can see where a lot of the toxic gases have cleared out the forest, especially on that far hill where there's the big parking lot for visitors. Look at that big cliff. Beautiful little songbird singing in the background. We're following the horse tracks on this trail. It's a separate trail. There's a horse track. And there's more evidence. You can see it looks a lot different than the bear scat. It's got the grass in it. Kelly, you can see where these pack horses have been coming through here, and you can see the horseshoe prints, and they've pretty much pulverized that section of the dead log right there.
Yep.
A good thing we were walking our bicycles, even though they're not motorized, because this is a horse-only trail. We see the sign now, but it breaks off here to the left, and we'll go that way instead. This is a separate little trail that does accept mountain bikes. Not e-bikes, but mountain bikes, so we're good. We found a spot just outside of the town of Mammoth Lakes. We need a little peace and quiet, so we've got a little picnic spot over here with the truck. What do we have for lunch today, Kelly?
Oh, just kind of the usual fare.
Uh-huh.
Sandwiches, of course, cookies.
Oh, the cookies. What kind of cookies do we have?
They're blueberry, the lemon blueberry.
Oh, these are the same ones that the Stiller Jays
Yes,
like.
we did.
Glad you could join us, everybody, for the bike ride. I think it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
This is our view from our lunch spot. We're quiet country people, so we don't really like the big bustle of the tourist town. So we picked this nice quiet spot.